Hey everybody, Tony George, Doc Sports. Sunday NFL action. We have an NFC North divisional game between Green Bay and Minnesota. Minnesota off to an unbelievable start, taking down a couple of really good teams in convincing fashion, both San Francisco and which isn't that impressive right now. The way San Francisco's playing and the way they're beat up, but they weren't near as beat up in that game as they were when they played the Rams. And secondly, Houston, who was a free play last week, that was an embarrassing free play because they dominated Houston. And Houston is a team that really doesn't have a lot of chinks in the armor, and they just took them out behind the woodshed and give them a good old fashioned beating. Minnesota's done a lot of this with their defense. They lead the NFL in a lot of categories on the defensive side of the ball, and they've shut down two elite offenses too along the way. Green Bay, you got a question mark at quarterback. How long is Malik Willis going to continue to win games? They haven't played as tough a schedule as Minnesota. I find it hard to believe in this game that they are favored, honestly. But that being said, I've seen this movie before. The team that should be favored is Minnesota, and they're not. And they are on the road, and it looks like an easy take. If it was sitting at 3.5, I'd definitely be on them. But it's under that fall number. Stranger things have happened, and I've seen these Green Bay team in this scenario. The home team shouldn't be favored. Question marks, especially at quarterback. And all of a sudden they win by 10. So I'm leaving it alone, but I do like the under 43.5. All of Minnesota's games have gone under this year. Also, the last home game that Green Bay had, they scored 16 points against the Colts. I think points are going to be hard to come by for Green Bay. I think Minnesota defensively is going to make life difficult for them, and I think they'll, be able to run the ball successfully against Green Bay, eat up some clock, use some play action pass, maybe get Jefferson on a big play or two. But at days in here, I like the under 43.5 in this Green Bay and Minnesota game. I think it's a good old-fashioned divisional smash mouth football game at Lambeau Field, in the fall. And we're going to find out who one of these teams is in terms of being elite in this game, in terms of this division. Because I think still Detroit, when they got it all together, sits on top of this division. But Minnesota's making a statement. This is a big game for them, divisional game. One of the most storied, if not the most storied, football stadiums and fields in all of the NFL, with a rabid crowd that hates them. It's going to be a true test for Minnesota here. It'll be interesting to see how they perform, but I think that under is definitely the way to lean in this game. Over at DocSports.com, I'm taping this on Saturday morning. I don't know how Saturday turned out, but we know how Sundays have been turning out. We're 6-2 against the spread, our last 8 side or total picks in the NFL. Teasers have hurt us. We'll switch that around this Sunday. We have a 7-unit top pick today, a first half line play. On a 4-pack that includes a killer teaser. And we also have a rare 4-unit Monday Night Football pick. We won last Monday. We've got a Monday Night Football pick, which is 4 units. And those of you that follow me, I don't mess around a lot with Thursday and Monday games. But in this case, I'll make an exception, because there's some value on Monday night. Over at Doc Sports, we give you a free $60. Go ahead and use it. We've hit back-to-back top plays over the last 2 weekends in the NFL, and we're going to make it the trifecta and hit one again on Sunday. We'll also have some NASCAR up there. We are not doing any Major League Baseball until the playoffs start. We slipped and fell in the last, month of the season a little bit. We ended up being up over $12,140 on the year to the good, which is a great Major League Baseball season, but we were up a lot higher than that. And we're going to wait till the volatility of the end of the season type scenarios cease to exist, and meat and potatoes time in the postseason, where we can really have a good, strong finish and hopefully a record-setting year in Major League Baseball. So stay tuned for that. Oh, by the way, good luck on Sunday.